If we're going to judge a battle, we're going to judge it from a spiritual, intellectual level. I'm still the coolest guy in school, alright? Because I am the coolest guy in school. I don't care if you think I'm cool. That's the entire point of being cool. Church is like, well, you're sort of cool. I am, what? Sort of cool. You're gonna ask your father if you're cool, aren't you? He's gonna tell you that I'm cool, and then you'll think I'm cool. All right, so here we are with this, right? You notice the last name? Yes, I did.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. In my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. Wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be.
I'm anti-Catholic, so when I was writing this, it got misconstrued. And who is my mother? Who are my brothers? Those that do the will of my Father, right? So I've been alone for a long time. Scripture said the Messiah would be cut off from the living, and not for anything that he did wrong. But then you look at something like you just did that. Not trying to blend it at all. I'm not gonna blend that at all. Good. Okay. You're really going there with it. Okay. Before you do that, no, put that there so you know what to do next. But there you go. Yeah, that's what you wanted to do on that. Oh, you're gonna pull me into this. I told you it got weird. Yeah, it did. Huh? I'm your eyes and ears, Jesus. You really just did that too. You are okay. Look. That one. No. I was in San Diego. So let's hold on. Before you get into this, let's talk about your Navy SEAL training. If she's not impressed by that, San Diego? Oh, shit.
Hey, let's play some music in front of a bunch of people. This is fun.
Flip to you. Hiding your face. You're hiding your face, and that's you're not gonna do that. Hey, man. When I had my band, I remember the drummer came up to me and he was kind of like, "Have you heard of Switchfoot?" It was before. I think I was going through that whole he became sin or he overcame sin, something like that. Uh, like many, it was this girl on Facebook, and she posted something about Jesus, and it was the call. It was the call, and then when I got the call, it was kind of like, all right, time to come home. Let's start preparing for everything that we're doing. Right? I think it was 2012. I think, yeah. I had stopped running that. He shut the strip club down, and then I. That's the question. Do I think about that? Um, I think about how quickly it changed from people would come in and they would be like, "You must have the dream job of the world," and like all you're doing is looking at women in lingerie, which I think she probably no, she might appreciate that. Well, that's where it just went. Okay, that's where it went. So that's where we're at. So no, no. I was like, no, they are a freaking headache that you would not believe. It's a constant, minute by minute, minute by minute, minute by minute. You don't know what they're gonna do, or what they're gonna say, what they're gonna cause. Like these women can cause havoc. You learn to kind of, yeah, but your life outside the club is an entirely different thing that bleeds into the club, and that has to stop. So you never know. Like boyfriend's getting out of prison or something like that, and he feels a certain way, and then you're sitting in a bar by yourself. And when I was going through the Rick Joyner experience, where my father was finally like, "Hey, and we talked about it. I was like, how can I be the Messiah when I lived this life, right? And he was like, well, it's reconnaissance. If you look at it biblically, it's not really sin. He was so him. How he sees it is how he sees it. So I had this band, and we were kind of doing our thing, and I was getting recruited. I think Atlantic Records. It was Marty Scholler, and mopping a floor in a strip club, and cleaning it up. Sometimes sleeping there. And I was. The vocal coach showed up, other people showed up, but he just wasn't, he was like, all right, well, we're going to use this bit later on in your story of how this is going to, fit together. And when she posted that thing on Facebook, it was something just switched. It's like, yeah, I need to go back to church. Because I was a church boy. I grew up and all that. And I always talked about God. I always was one of those that prayed a lot. And then asked for things. And then he would do it. So it was, you give him a passing glance, and you're just kind of like, hey, thanks for that. But you're younger, you're living your life. Whole different generation. But when that happened, I ended up in Navy SEAL training without knowing it. But I had asked for it. I did. They had this warrior training that they were calling it. And we spent 6 months on campus at the church. I was really excited about that. And he was like, nah, step back. And then when it happened, it was pretty much, okay. He gave it to me. And like full force. Oh my gosh. He put me through. I'm still in awe that you accomplished all that. I never left the spirit once. I'm still, when I think about it, the things that he. But with his strength, how difficult it was. So by that time, he had deployed me. He was like, all right, you're going to leave on this day. You're finally going to get out of this apartment, and you're going to, I'm sending you to California. Okay, back to California. It was like, that's all I'm telling you. Drop down in LA, and then, so I dropped down off the Greyhound, and it was, walk around, preach, make videos, keep doing what you're doing. Get that call. Ended up dropping this album with Peter. We dropped Uninvited, and it was a natural. He wanted 3 different voices on it, so anybody that listens to it, you might not get it, But he wanted three different tones, and he wanted to rap, he wanted the singing, and then he wanted sometimes commentary, right? We're gonna leave it there for Peter, but it was therapeutic in a way of what I was going through, and he would give me the lyrics like in a second. He'd be like, "All right, here it is. Okay, now you hit the mic, and then Peter's gonna mix it in." There were some things where I was just like, I should have flowed that myself. I didn't like the to write a beat is one thing, but you know, it's never gonna be the same if someone's mixing it in. If you're writing that beat, say it again. Writing that beat. You're writing that beat, like you are now. So when he pretty much had decided, okay, now I'm gonna move you to San Diego, you know, I was like, all right, homeless and all that. I was out there. I ministered to a lot of people. Showed up right in front of them. Went and found the devil a couple times. Took him on a tour. This is what you caused. And washed his feet. Did all kinds of things, right? At nighttime, it was a different place. But it looked like everybody was just partying. And he kept me on the outside, because you're on the outside if you have no money. So then he would send me into bars. I tell you the truth. And he'd be like, all right, go into this bar and ask for a drink. And repetitiously, he used to do this. And I'd do that, and then they'd be like, all right, it'll be this much. And I'd be like, but I have no money. And everybody just, okay, then you can't have the drink. Right? That boggled my mind because, wait, I own all of this. All of this belongs to me. Couldn't really find a person that recognized me or ministered back to me. So it was a situation we were in. We finally, I think we got $5 from these college kids. It was during the St. Patrick's Day thing. So it was me, the devil, and these other homeless people, and we had Pats Blue Ribbon. It was wild, because I would usually be on assignment, you know, sleeping on the trolley. You don't know where he's going to send you. There was Santa Fe, different parts of San Diego, wherever you were going to wake up. And then we got this one guy, and he had this suitcase. And I walked up to him, I'm speaking in the spirit, of course, right? Something convicted him, because he said, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. And he left the suitcase right there. So then I grabbed the suitcase, I went into the bathroom looking for him, and when I opened it up, it was filled with needles and different clothes, though. I needed different clothes, and it was just, that's that. What he was teaching me a lot, the lying spirit, definitely. Like, I'd have to go up to somebody and ask, hey. And then someone had stolen my identity. So when I was trying to get a phone, that was nearly impossible. He made almost everything impossible. I think there were layers of mercy. There was, of course, he's talking to you the entire time. You get all encouraged. You think this door is going to open. It doesn't. But then he's like, all right, now look, we're going to do this. This is why. Like, your will gets broken during warrior school, definitely. So the Navy SEAL training was pretty much out in the cold. He used to have me sleep on a corner because the trolley would stop at a certain time and then probably sleep till, I think, 4 a.m. I think it started. I think it was 4. And then he only gave me a hoodie, and then you wrap yourself in the hoodie. And you're out for a moment, and then you wake up, and that's what you want. He plans on impressing this woman. I think it was wild. Because during that time I was involved in a CPS case too, because they thought I was crazy. So that's usually a turnoff for people, how that happened, and I guess we'll get into that. But it was also my birthday recently, so there's different reasons that I know what I know, and what I say is what I say. But yeah, I expected, I think, to be received, that people would listen to me. That this is what the Spirit told me to do. This is what God said to do. And sometimes it was, Matthew. He would hit me up on. I think we were using Messenger at the time, and then out of nowhere, it wasn't like I prayed. I didn't. I'm in constant communion, so I guess that's prayer. But it was like God already kind of knew, hey, if you're cold, and I get bing. Do you need a coat? He's like, what do I need? It's like, tell me what to write him back, What he taught me and what I figured out, I guess that's the same thing. It reminded me, how do you want to say it? I want you to have some beers and speak. That's what I want. Okay. That opens doors. So there was always a door that needed to be opened. Right? It's always been a struggle. It's always been a situation. And it always kind of ended up with me being right in front of one of his children. But where I was going with that, he made it so difficult. Lost my wallet a couple times, a lot of times. And then he taught me that means that you're losing your identity. But he doesn't put it on me. He's like, this is why this is happening. This is what it means. So someday you'll teach it. And then he made it impossible. It's fucking impossible to pass that course. It's it requires him. It requires him. And if you're listening to him, he's gonna lead you sometimes to do something that doesn't make sense to your well-being at that moment. But the conclusion of it is just, so people that are falling away and they lost their faith, I can understand that, definitely, because you didn't give him room to do the miracles. You didn't give him room to show up in the situation, because the situation was created by you, but then you kind of guarded yourself. And he'll usually, I live the way I live because usually it's like, it's his money, whatever he wants, and it's gone, and then we're back to it. You get to that point, I think, where you're at, well, why am I here? Like, I'm just waiting to die. And you can't get that in your head. You have to really look back at, he's doing something. He's showing me something. Either he's uh, according to the seasons, and you have to know what he's actually, because nowadays I established this kingdom where you can always access what he's saying, whether you hear it or not. That's different. So then once you realize you're in an entirely different world, that's part of Navy SEAL training. And it's people seem strange to you. They start I'd say like being window dressing around you. It's just you and him. So he lets you kind of know. And so I think day after day after day after day after day after day after day. And then when he had me stand my ground this one time under a heat lamp. He was just like, nah, this is where you're gonna sleep warm tonight, right? So at the Greyhound, we have a great Polaroid of it. We do. I'm out there, and he's leading me away from this Christianity thing at the time, and it's a cool video. I think uh, I looked. People say I didn't look cool, but I knew I did. So I think it was like my flight suit. And 10th Avenue North was discussing what was going on with Detroit, and I had this hoodie on. It was where I used to sleep in. Or did someone steal that? If it's a lying spirit, it's difficult to I think he had me put my suitcase out of faith under a garage, a parking garage. He was like, leave it right there and let's go walking around. And when I came back, it was ransacked, and it was like, all right. I still think I looked cool. I mean, other people might not think it was cool, but so yeah. Tenasum, right? Is what I would describe that experience as, which is a combination of tenacity and awesome, you know. So it's tenasum. It's a good word. And So I'm sleeping underneath this heat lamp. And people are coming out, hey, you have to leave. And I was, fuck you, I'm not going nowhere. They were like, do you have a ticket? I was like, yeah, I have a ticket. All right. If you don't leave right now, when you get on that Greyhound, we're going to rip up your ticket. Okay. Spirit's just like, just lay there, be warm, fuck them all. So once he got to that point, and he was like, stand your ground, we're going to call the cops. Call him. Because he had already sent me to jail. So it was like, okay, for what? Okay, we're going to do this. Yeah, I'm more scared of him than I am of you. I'm not disobeying him. He said, sit right here. And then the next morning, they did actually remember me, and they were kind of like, oh, was this your ticket? So they tore him off. But he had sent me to deliver this message to this one dude. It was his invitation to the wedding, and the guy wasn't getting it. He had me ripping it in half, so it kind of coincided. And then Matthew hit me with money to buy another ticket, and then when he finally let me out, he was kind of like, okay. So yeah, that was a description, a testimony of someone that's a Christian.